However, for purposes of today, I am going to move it over here, which is not normal, but I'm going to move it over here just so that some people can stand behind me as well, and I'm not having to be like, excuse me, pardon me, every 2 seconds. So I'm gonna move everything over here, okay? I like your big wax pot down here, Tom.
Oh yeah, that's my Brazilian wax pot.
Ooh. All right, Maddie, what look are you going for?
It makes it easy to melt all the hair off and strain it.
Whatever you think is best. I do have a broken eye socket on the side and don't grow in very well. I tend to be like oddly shaped on this side from making that face.
A broken eye socket?
Yeah, I broke my eye socket.
Me too.
When I was like
I have one of those too.
16 or 17.
I was 16.
My friend kicked my head into the side of a swimming pool
Oh, good. Oh, good.
on accident.
That's great.
Yeah.
Crazy. I broke my whole orbital bone.
Yeah.
Just gonna say, could you do that one more time?
Sure. Sure thing. You get a light up your head again.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
so
Pro Tech.
it is, typically towels are folded here, yeah. So you're going to get it corner to corner, so it makes little mountain peaks. I guess they're upside down. Client's gonna lay her head on top of it. Okay, so this time, this is over here. So I call this the pizza slice, right here, so it looks like a pizza. You're gonna take that and fold it over the client's forehead a little bit. It can be a little uncomfortable, you can hold it pretty tight.
The pirate.
And then tightly bring that one up into the pizza slice and then fold it back.
Oh, that's easier than the way I do it.
Easier way than
Me too.
took it.
Yeah. There it is.
I like it.
Beautiful. If you ever run out of headbands, that's what you do. Okay, so first things first, doing the eyebrow waxing. I'm not good, I can run this like a certification, but since you guys are here, if you want it to be interactive, it's okay, right? Obviously on your certification, this is an educational thing. So before we do a tweezing on our state board, what is the first step?
Or gloves.
Gloves, right? So I've sanitized my hands. I don't know if I did it after her headbands. I'll do it again. Sanitize. If this was state board, it goes up to the elbows. Put your gloves on your wet, sanitized hands. Bear with me. Hang on 1 second.
I like your bracelet.
Oh, thank you. My 5-year-old made it for me.
So cute.
BFF. Cutie. This is what students feel like, except for they're more sweaty because they're scared. I'm not scared. All right, so I'm going to now clean the brow area with antiseptic. So I'm gonna grab a cotton round and this pre-wax spray, which I've never used before, so bear with me.
What is it?
I don't know. What is it?
Amber.
It's just a tea tree solution.
Okay.
Now you can really see what's going on.
Yeah.
My bald, blonde brows.
Actually not too blonde. I thought they were blonder last night.
I put like a lot of stuff on there to make it look blonde.
Okay.
And the last time you tinted them, the tint is actually like semi-state.
Great.
Huh. Just like a year ago.
I can. Yes. Throw that out. Then I'm going to powder.
Do you ever skip the powder?
Not on your staple, you know. Shake some of that out of there. I don't need it all.
In
I'm
real
going-
life, is there like a alternative to powder? Sorry.
No, I'm sorry for what just
You just poured it on my face.
It was a lot more powder than I anticipated
It's
being
fine.
on there, so
Okay.
it's all good. Just a lot of powder just happened. There you go. In the trash.
Glad
Okay.
my eyes are open.
Yeah, everyone enjoyed that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is measure her out for the balanced brow. So I like to use a big stick. I looked for a white pencil. Where's my accomplice? I couldn't find one. So I'm going to use a taupe pencil instead. So before,
Do you want me to give you one?
What was that?
I could get you a white one.
Well, I would love a white one. I just couldn't find one. I could only find black and dark brown, so I picked the least offensive taupe. I was surprised. Okay, all right. Per PaulMitcell makeup curriculum, what is the proper way to sanitize this before use on a guest?
2 full rotations.
2 full rotations and then what?
Half.
What?
And then wipe.
And then wipe, right, to remove excess, maybe sliver chips that are on there.
So you don't wipe first and then sharpen?
2 full twists.
Okay.
And then wipe off the layer shape.
Yeah, we just do both. We wipe
So if
first
there
and-
is any residual left behind, I'm just gonna get creative with my estimate. You're going to wipe. I'm committing to the taupe pencil. All right, so the first step is going to be from the outside of the nose to the inside corner of the eye, straight up. Now, most of us, if we were doing this in a lesson, most of us prefer a longer, thicker eyebrow, correct? Like those of us who over-tweezed in our childhood years deeply regret that big butts and bushy eyebrows were a thing. Because if somebody would have told me that that was a thing, I wouldn't have done what I did, but I did it anyways. Did you find one? Taupe it is. Okay, so outside corner of the nose, inside corner of the eye, straight up. I like to draw my lines on the inside of the stick towards the center of the nose to ensure that that eyebrow is going to be longer, right? Next measurement is going to be the outside of the nose, outside corner of the eye, straight up. Now again, we just talked about how much we like a longer, thicker eyebrow. Well, if I draw this on Maddie out here, you guys can't really see, maybe you two over here can. Does Maddie even grow hair out that far? No, it's not a thing for her.
Broken over there.
Okay, so I actually need to adjust that. So it's outside corner of the nose, inside corner of the eye, straight up. I'm actually gonna draw that line on the inside. For her, that makes the most sense. That's where I can naturally see where her eyebrow is ending, okay? We got a couple of other measurements. I'm gonna have my client look up at the ceiling for me. So the first one, we could do the outside corner of the nose, outside corner of the iris, the colored part, straight up, crunch your lashes. We got option number 1 right here. Go ahead and look up for me. Option number 2, we could just go on the outside of the colored part and look straight up at the ceiling, or else you're gonna get a really weird brow. Here. I'm feeling like option number 1 is a little bit better. Okay, just naturally where her eyebrow, actually, it probably should go in between. Look straight up the ceiling for me again.
It's gonna be different on the other side too.
Measure the other side. Look straight up for me, it'll take 2 seconds. Okay, go. Let's see. Look straight up again. I really can't decide. It's like right in between the two. It's in between the two. Okay. I'm actually gonna make her line go here, so disregard these 2 lines. I'm just gonna smudge out a little bit. That's gonna be our line. So I connect the dots. It is so much easier to draw on the eyebrow and have the guest tell you that that's not what they wanted than it is to wax it off and then be stuck with overly waxed eyebrows. And underneath.
Do you have them do it this way every guess every time, or once they get like more creative, then
Yeah,
allow them to?
Yeah, they can. And I personally, I still do this. I've been doing waxing now for 13 years, and when in doubt, I will always draw them on first.
Me too.
Because I would hate to take off more than somebody wanted to. So I always. See corner of the nose, inside corner of the eye, straight up. I'm gonna draw that line again on the inside. Outside of the nose, outside corner of the eye, straight up. Line's gonna come on the inside on this one as well. And I like that line in the middle again. Typically you'd be using a white pencil, but since we didn't have that, this is what's happening.
NYX's white pencil's my favorite.
NYX's white pencils, we use that at Salt Lake. You can just get them on Amazon.
And they're the bomb, they just write perfectly on the skin. Cheap.
I also have quit caffeine, but today I decided that I need one and I am shaky. Can you feel it? Like I'm not afraid, but I'm like, whoa.
Let's throw this in the garbage.
Recap. Okay, client has a mirror.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
in the
thank you
back.
so much. Okay,
Oh
great.
my gosh, Jess, you're so talented.
Can you lift your head up for just a second so we
She
can
looks
hear
beautiful.
I like here.
I just touched my sleeves because I gotta get my wrist out so I can adjust the wax temperature. So I'm sanitizing my gloves.
So you don't sharpen your pencil and then recap, you just recap.
Because before it happens again, it's gonna get sharpened twice in front of the guest and wiped through. So you can, but I didn't. Okay, so
You'll get docked.
my
Do
options
you want me
are,
to sit all the way up so you can like see on what they actually look like?
what?
She just asked to see the
Oh.
brows that they look like with the pixel on them.
Yeah, I'm gonna commit with this one over this, yep, this is the soft wax or the cream wax. So testing the temperature on my own wrist. That is practically perfect in every way. Can I reuse a wax stick?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because more sickles grow in your wax pop.
Gross. Right?
Unless you're the waxing queen.
Yeah.
She has a weird theory about it too.
Drives me crazy.
It's funny how we all know her.
Have you guys seen her new videos though? She is like up to snuff. She has like worked really hard to like get away from all of her unsanitary actions.
Like only wearing one glove.
That's
Right.
She
so
doesn't
weird.
touch them with the other one, but she's
She got,
all
like,
up in there.
Yeah.
Taken
business.
apart on some like forum.
I saw that
Yeah.
on one of my Facebook ones. Yeah, they did.
Saw it too,
They,
they
she
did.
had already deleted it too.
They
Yeah.
ate her.
Okay, so hard wax applied about the thickness of a nickel. We wanna see a fatter lip edge where we're gonna be pulling it from. So since I chose on my arm to apply down, that means I'm gonna be pulling towards me, so my thicker edge is here. You have a couple of different options to get this off of the skin. You can pick with your fingers, right? But that can be a little painful if we haven't cleared out that area of hair beforehand. You can use a stick. You can use your stick with your wax on it to lift it up and pull. Your stick, aren't you, Maddie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I hate flicking with your wax, my brain hurt.
Okay. I am a little scared, but she said it's okay. So if I was going to pick, which side does your fringe go to?
I'm over here.
It's going this way?
Yeah.
Okay. She doesn't think that she's going to lift, but better safe than sorry. I will do the one strip of honey wax right over here, or soft wax right over here, just
She's
in
not
case.
gonna lift me.
Just in case. I would hate it if something happened. Okay, so in the wax pot, make sure we don't have any residual flying everywhere. You're going to be applying the wax in the direction of the hair growth. What kind of cream wax is this, Lisa, do you know?
Amber.
It's amber wax, okay. It's real thick.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I hate it.
Okay, I'm gonna be using a piece of Pellin to take it off. What you wanna be mindful of if you're using a strip wax is you don't wanna put the wax right over the top where you can't see the edge of it, because if there is that fatter lip edge, it can take the chance of bleeding down into the wax. So I always put my Pellin or my muslin right in line with that wax where I applied it so I can watch it, make sure. Smooth 3 times in the direction of the hair growth, hold the skin taut in the direction of the hair growth, pull the opposite, pressure goes down. Can I reuse this strip?
Yeah.
We'll fold it.
If I fold it, yes, but I would never recommend doing that, because if you fold it and that wax is still soft, it can gush out. So I recommend just one and done, throw it away. Maddie?
Great. And then is that standard for all waxing, even legs? Everything?
On legs, I'm a little bit more generous with reusing strips. But on the
Yeah.
face where I'm shaping, I wouldn't do it.
I've done it before. Took out a chunk.
Same girl, same.
When you're like, oh, I'll be fine, and then you're like,
That'd be fine.
"Wow."
Oh gosh, there's a hole.
Oh gosh. Do you want me to keep going with soft or do you want me to do
I
hard?
don't have any preference either
Okay,
way.
I'm gonna do hard in between the eyebrows. I'm going a little bit out of order of what I would typically do, but this is just so that I could get that soft wax strip done. Starting at the nose, applying in the direction of the hair growth.
That one was a little on the wrong side.
Okay. If my wax is a little on the warm side, my client just said it's a little warm, what do I do?
Wait.
Give it a few twirlies.
Give a real twirlies, can I blow on it?
I was
Blow
gonna,
on it just to be.
I was gonna joke that.
Can I blow on it?
No.
No, why? Germs are gross, your mouths are disgusting, as we saw in that bacteria video, so please do not blow on the wax. And that is a very common thing I feel like to watch most speech professionals
So
do,
funny.
is they will absolutely wanna blow on that wax.
Brazilians. they
Brazilians
start-
especially.
What are you doing?
No. Don't do that. Oh my god.
So applying in the direction of the hair growth, smoothing 3 times in the direction of the hair growth.
Oh, I'm videoing the wall.
How are you? Hold tight in the direction of the hair growth, remove the opposite, pressure goes down. Hard wax, I'm gonna finger this one. If you can get it good enough on the first try, it's fine. And I am an aggressive waxer, so that's done. Apply in the direction, remove the opposite. And I'm a hard waxer, so I'm gonna keep going. You've had enough soft, I've showed the two of them. You're welcome, thank you. I'm 100% a hard waxer on the face.
I am too.
Okay.
Less chance of lifting.
Less pull,
Hard wax
the
only adheres to the
elasticity
hair,
of the
they don't,
skin
it
too.
doesn't adhere to the skin.
It does adhere to the skin to like a certain degree, depending on when you pull, in what stage of like, hardness, is that a word?
Yeah, sure.
It's more aggressive, the sooner you pull it up, the less hard it is. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I like it. Thanks. Oh, I'm gonna cut a little bit now. Nuh-uh, you're good. Hard wax.
Do you want us to draw the eyebrows on like this for the certification?
I would.
Okay.
It just shows that you know the terminology.
Okay.
Keep your eyes closed. I always separate the brow into 5 different segments as well. Even if I'm waxing a client that I've seen before, I always do this. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 1 in the middle.
In Idaho State Board, it says like they have to like
It's
apply
still
it like
in one.
like
Ours
yeah,
is like
from the
that
beginning
too.
to the end, like
In one solid strip.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's hard.
Our State Board.
I think it's for timing, honestly.
We only have to do the underside of the brow in our board does it, but it doesn't say it. But
Do you guys use the NIC practicals?
What state?
Honolulu.
Oh my gosh.
Connecticut is
Washington?
just, putting a licensing together, they never had.
I was gonna ask you that,
Yeah.
cause it's unregulated right now, right? Or do you have to be Cosmo?
No, 2020, the
It's not
unregulated,
regulated?
the next year they're
That's
gonna have,
so
it. I understand it's gonna
scary.
be just a written too.
Okay.
Everything.
Wow.
Okay, I did leave behind a little bit of soft wax on Maddie's face over here. The sticky side of the hard wax, we'll pick that right up. Saved it for that reason alone.
Make our practicals really hard. Because they don't have to take blood. Take it for granted. Try to make it as hard as possible.
In New York, we use, honey, we don't actually use real wax for the practicals.
We use Vaseline.
That's what we
Yeah, I was
do.
gonna say we've been doing honey and it
Oh,
actually
really?
works really good because it's like sticky.
Yeah.
So it's
But then
like
how
when
do
you're
you-
doing it on their doll.
Yeah, but how do you get your?
We have to use a live
With their
person.
Oh, we have to use
With their
electrical too.
with their
Mm-hmm.
white
We got rid of that a while ago.
Like, do you put a thing of honey out on your SMA?
Yeah,
No,
little
I put it in like
that.
a little portion
Yeah.
cup.
Oh.
Because they have to like for Idaho anyways. It's like all labeled, so it's like
Yeah.
wax.
Right.
And we just do it
Simulated soft
because
wax
it's like
is
a,
what we call it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the
So it's
actual
like-
strip pulls off most of the honey?
Yeah.
All of it, yeah.
All of it.
Wow.
And it's been way better than like even like the cholesterol or the Vaseline because like that usually like
It-
kind of slips on the plastic.
Yeah.
doll
And it
heads,
applies
so
really
the
well, like
sticky will
evenly.
actually-
Do you make
We
your own
actually use
kits?
it,
We make our, we provide the state board kits for everyone.
And then it's you, what your
Well, we
school
have the
makes?
students do it, but we have like a state board kit building day.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Okay, so those eyebrows are waxed. Typically the white pencil, you can see brows that are left behind a little bit better where this is the color that you probably want. I can't really see what's happening, so I need to clean that off. So I'm going back through with my antiseptic. Tom, what do you make this with? Is it just what's in there? Or does it come from amber that way?
It comes from Amber.
I just assumed because there was tea tree oil down here that was a thing.
No,
I like
for
that
state
as well.
board, yes, it's antiseptic after, but, in real life, we just do oil.
What do you use as your oil?
We use a post-wax essential oil or tea tree if they are oily or acne prone.
Cool.
Post-wax essential oil for everybody else.
Cool.
I mean, that Jane Iredale pencil stuck to your skin.
Got dehydration.
A little dehydration.
What? Some dry skin time, yo.
All right, I am going to, because I didn't do it first, which you would wanna do on your certification, but we're human, we're not perfect, we make mistakes. I'm going to trim. So spoolie and scissors before I go in and tweeze. I'm right-handed, so spoolie's gonna be in the left, scissors are gonna go in the right.
So the thought process in trimming first, what's the science behind that?
How would I vocalize that? Like, it helps see the shape a little bit better, because some of the hairs, like especially mine, and I can just only relate to like me and what I know, cause I honestly maybe only have ever had my brows waxed like twice, cause I'm a daily tweezer. So for me, when I want to tweeze my brows, if I don't trim them first and there's long ones that are sneaking down, I feel like it affects the shape of the eyebrow. So it just helps to
They're more likely to get stuck.
stuck in them, like they'll sneak down, come in. So we're always going to be over directing, especially towards the center of the eyebrow. For those of us who don't do hair, over directing means that I am pulling it slightly in towards the nose. That's gonna maintain some length in the brow. So I'm gonna lift it up, slightly over direct, and then all I'm doing is just trimming off the little end pieces of her eyebrow. Lift up, find my guide from where my first application went, trim off the edges, her little ends. Lift up, slightly over direct.
Never done another direction. I like that. That
Yeah.
just.
You know, the sweetest
Because
thing
they
they
will, like,
short, yeah.
Like Maddie's got, look at that, there's Maddie's grandma hair, it's happening, you
Well,
see
there
it?
it is.
You could really see it if they were colored.
I know, good thing I'm trimming that off right now.
So you absolutely can flat top the eyebrows. So it is vitally important to explain to the future professional that you're pulling the hair up but only trimming the ends. You're not trimming all the way down to where the spoolie starts.
Right.
Always tell them, I'm always like, use that. as
Then they'll be
a
like,
guide, like put it over top of the
Sticking
eyebrows,
out.
Yeah.
and then-
And less is more, and then if you need to take a little bit more, you
Absolutely.
can.
I'm always,
Can always go further,
It's always
we
a
can
fun
come
one
back.
when we flip on each other. Oh, I just did this. I'm like, someone got you.
okay, I'm just gonna clean those little hairs up. I mean, I'm still wiping toe pencil off of your brows. I swear I got good enough.
Oh, are you sure? It's only like caked on eyeshadow that I put on there this morning, cause I was like,
Tweezing, this is what I prefer on your state board. It doesn't say, I feel like you have to tweeze out 5 eyebrows, but it doesn't say to drop them in a cotton round with antiseptic. I just prefer that. I feel like, me personally, it's cleaner. So there are some that I need to tweeze. So I'm gonna hold the skin taut, grab a hair, pull in the direction of hair growth, drop it in my antiseptic, so I'm not flinging hair off to the side. And this is especially
Favorite.
important when we're doing.
They wipe it on the client's shirt. No, just grab a cotton round.
We wanna put it on the palette
something special.
and collect it, I'm like, no.
It's so gross.
You just gotta say, these aren't blackheads. Just kidding, don't ever do blackheads. Sorry. There it is. This one actually is a bit better. Tweeze in the direction of the hair grows, put it in your antiseptic.
It's very difficult. I use growth serum on my brows all the time, cause I can't.
Which growth serum do you use?
I use Babe Lash on my brows. It's the only thing that I can get to keep this side from like thinning out too much because of all the scar tissue underneath this eyebrow.
I'm definitely anxious to get these tinted tomorrow. Are you guys excited for tinting? How many of you guys can do it in your state? Okay, so quite a few. Most, some cannot.
California's so strict.
Oh, you can't hear.
Can California not do it?
We can't do tinting.
What is it? Because it's an
Tinting
FDA
or perming.
thing.
It's a
It's
what?
an FDA thing, which is
Oh.
Wait, for
California.
lashes
Oh.
Like follows, there's no FDA approved
So
tint, we
does-
just follow that rule.
Cosmos,
No, nobody can.
no tinting.
Mm-mm, only Cosmos, and they're working on getting
Not
that
even
taken
here.
away too.
Not, nobody can tint in California.
So you just have to walk around with blonde brows?
Let's do it.
Powder
Yeah.
brows.
Especially brow.
There's lots of microblading going on here.
Lots of microblading brows.
It's so hard because then I feel like all your clients go home and dye their own brows and stuff, and then that things go lower.
Okay, on Maddie, we're gonna be doing a powder fill eyebrow on her. However, what do we always apply after a brow wax before the client leaves? As a skin therapist, number one anti-aging product. SPF, so I'm gonna do that first before I powder fill in her brows, okay? I'm getting some Image SPF 50. Trying not to touch it to myself. And it smells so good. It smells so good. And I picked the 50. I haven't really had too much education on Image, but I picked it because I remember Kasi, our rep, saying something about after a chemical peel it like neutralizes something. Even though we didn't peel her, I still, if it's the most soothing, then that's what I'm going for.
All of their products, they don't have a spray toner like Dermalogica, so they put like a citric acid to regulate the pH in the product itself. There's no toner.
It's amazing.
Still just pulling some stuff off, buddy. Whatever you use, it's pretty good.
Urban Decay eyeshadow.
Oh yeah, I just got some of their new eyeshadow primer. It works so good.
It's good.
When in doubt, improvise. I'm gonna use a piece of Pellin as my palette.
Want a tissue?
No. I'm gonna scrape off a little bit of this taupey color here. And I'm going to powder fill her eyebrows. So I like to start underneath. Can I redip in my palette?
Yes.
Where can I not redip?
In the actual.
On the actual eyeshadow. Have any of you guys ever powder filled a brow before you wax?
No.
Done like a shaping with a powder fill before and then waxed around? That's also something really
I
fun.
have. I've done that with tint before, but not powder.
Sometimes I teach them that way because it makes them a little less afraid if they see it filled in first. But I try to show them 2 ways to do it.
I think it's hard with tint because then you overprocess your brows on your light-haired girls. The powder makes so much more sense.
Tom, can I have some Q-tips?
What brow tinting do you guys use like in other states?
These are effective, so.
It's intensive.
Intensive? Never heard of them.
I use intensive at the school, but personally, I like, very well.
Very well?
Same. Was it you? Or?
That was me.
Oh.
I said it, not you.
Do any of you guys do lash lifting?
We do.
What brands do you guys do?
Lash stuff
I've
and
tried 'em
sugar
all.
lash.
Right now, I'm with like Ruthie Bell and I'm liking because they can't overprocess with that one, so it's great for students.
What is it?
How can
Ruthie
you-
Bell.
Ruthie Bell.
But I've tried them all.
Yeah.
Alibana.
Alibana, that one's too, you can overprocess too easily with
Yes,
that
I
one.
agree.
So I don't really like them to,
It's so quick.
yeah, it's so quick. And I even have a faster one now that I'm like,
Can you guys perm?
Can't do anything here.
So you guys can't do like brow lamination then?
And I did hear that State Board was
so
talking
brow
about
lamination,
taking
you
away
like
nose
same with the
waxing.
lash lift, you
Have
move
you
the
heard
brows up
that?
to however direction that you want.
Yeah,
They're gonna take
because-
away nose
waxing.
Yeah, because apparently
I did it to
someone,
one of
it
my
only
girls
takes
just
one
to,
person,
like,
took
it
a
came out
stick
so
up
good.
too high and pulled out
Yeah,
the
if they're
skin.
going any more like
and
curly.
So the
Yeah.
brow pattern.
Right.
So
Have you guys seen the like,
Are you doing it?
Oh, yes.
the mess ups on brow lamination?
Oh, I've seen some really bad ones.
OMG.
I like to show some of those videos, and this is what you don't do.
I just wanna know everything that could possibly go wrong so that I can like try to like troubleshoot it.
Absolutely.
And so I like just been watching all the funny like things that people have done to people's brows with brow lamination.
So why would I pick a powder fill over a pencil fill? Softer. And that's fine, if somebody likes a nice harsh line, good on them.
I think the younger you are, you can do it, but as we get more seasoned in life,
More vintage.
soft is nice.
Level a few more levels in life.
You become a custom antique.
Yes.
I feel like it's better being like
Or
at that
bangs.
level. So.
Okay, balanced brow is done.
You're a real girl?
I'm
a real girl.
You're a real girl.
Yeah.
Alright.
Any
Alright,
questions?
Look up to the camera.
I'll even sit up.
Oh, they look great.
Very nice.
Very nice.
I exist.
Very nice.
You're hard